everybody, it's Heather here from Active Newcastle and welcome to Beginner's Pilates. I'll just give a chance to get people logged on. So don't forget, if you need it, if you don't, fine, if you've done the session before, but maybe a couple of books to sit on to improve your posture, a scarf, tie, belt to help with your hamstring stretch, and possibly a pillow cushion, either for a little bit of neck support. And I'm just going to turn that down ever so slightly. And we might be using one of these for the bridge pose as well today. So hopefully everybody's well, enjoying this wonderful weather we're having here. Can't complain. Make sure you've just got a nice space. If you've got a mat, great. If not, don't worry. But ideally, if you don't have a mat, be on a bit of a carpeted surface. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're joining in. Comment if you're new. Just to remind everybody, this is beginners, so we're starting at the basics, building it up a little bit week on week, so a couple of new exercises coming today. There will be adaptations. If anything doesn't feel comfortable, then we do obviously recommend that you stop the exercise straight away. Or maybe just make it a smaller movement in Pilates. Okay. Anybody's got any questions, just pass a comment below, and as I'm taking the session, one of the other team members will hopefully help you out. Okay, so we're going to come to our seated position and we're going to start off with our posture. So I'm just going to show you from the side. Now, depending on what feels comfortable for you, you can either sit with your legs out straight, sit with your legs bent. Okay, so whichever one gives you that nice tall spine. Okay, and if neither feel comfortable, or if you can't get your knees, so if you feel like your legs are coming up, so your hamstrings are tight, back of the legs, sit on a couple of books, just lift your bottom up a little bit, so that we're in that nice tall position, okay? So you want it to be sitting on the two bones in the bottom, okay? Known as your sit bone, so sometimes we just have to move things out of the way, sitting nice and tall. Okay, if our legs are out straight, we don't want the knees coming up, but we're not forcing them into the floor either. We're going to roll the shoulders back and down, so we're lengthening it in between the ears. Hands are just going to be down by the side. And then from there, we're going to do our lateral breathing. So for lateral breathing, you want to place your hands onto your ribs. We're going to take a breath in. Inhale, ribs should expand, lifting up, hands moving apart, and exhale. And again. Inhale, and exhale. One more. Inhale, and exhale. Excellent. Okay, so keeping that posture, we know how we're going to breathe throughout. Okay, and we're going to engage our core. So for feedback, you might want to place your hand on your tummy button. We're going to take a breath in. Exhale, pull that tummy in to 100%. Pull it in as tight as you can go without interfering with that posture, and then let it go. Inhale. Exhale, pull it into 50%. Pull it in nice and tight, and then let it go. And then last one, we're going to inhale. Exhale, pull it into 30%, so we've got that connection there. Okay, so if you're comfortable in whatever starting position, keeping that posture throughout, core's engaged, we're breathing through the ribs, so they're expanding. And we're just going to come into whatever position, whether you want to keep your legs out straight, knees crossed, whatever. Okay, but just keep that spine nice and tall. Okay, and we're just going to do a little bit of a warm-up. So we're just going to place both hands on the floor, take our right arm over, and we're just going to reach. I want you to reach up. If up is more important than over, because it's this stretch here that we're doing. Inhale, exhale over, other side. Inhale back, Exhale over. That's it, just keep it going. We're going to do one more on each side. Ensuring that we are even, and then bringing it back. Excellent. Okay. Hands into prayer pose, fingertips to chin. Keeping nice and tall. We're going to just do that upper spine rotation. So inhale, exhale, round. So you want to be coming just past your knees if your legs are straight. Or if your legs are bent like this, just coming towards that position. Your bottom should remain nice and still in your sitting position. Inhale to center, exhale round. Just keep going with your breath and you should feel that upper spine just rotating around. It's a small movement. One more each side, ensuring that we are even. And then bringing it back to center. Okay, from here we're going to do a seated roll down. So, similar to the spine stretch, except we're just going to drop the chin to the chest. And we're just going to roll down. Nice and comfortable. One vertebrae at a time. Come as low as feels comfortable. Inhale, exhale, bringing it back up. Making sure that the shoulders come back into place before the head. So I'm just going to show you from the side. We're going to do 2 more of those. So staying nice and tall. Just rest your hands either on the floor or on the knees, just depending on your position. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest. Drop the head, let the weight of the head just pull you forward ever so slowly. So you're not forcing the shoulders forward. And imagine you've got a building block. And we're taking one block off at a time, and that is our spine. Exhale down. Inhale at the bottom of the movement. And exhale up, slowly building those building blocks back up. Shoulders back, and then lifting the head. One more time. Inhale, exhale. So we're mobilizing our spine, we're releasing any tension here. Working on our breathing. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come up. So also working on that mind-body connection. Because the slower the movement, the more we can actually work out where's a bit tight, where's a bit stiff. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to come down onto the floor. So if you're sitting on a block, move them out of the way. If you need it for a little bit of support or anything, you can use it for your head, or you can use a little bit of a cushion. So we're going to come down onto the floor. You want your knees bent. You want your feet hip width apart. Okay, so if you need to, feet together, turn the toes out, and then line the heels up. That's hip distance. Other ways to place the fist in between your knees. Okay, and that is normally hip distance as well. So just get yourself comfortable, hands down by the side. We're going to start with our very basic pelvic tilt as always, just to warm this area up. So we're going to take a breath in, exhale, and I just want you to push the small of your lower back into the mat. Inhale back. Now we're not going to go over the other way, we're just going to make it sure so that we can slide our hand in between ourselves and the floor. Inhale, exhale, bring it back. Inhale. Okay, we'll do one more. So pushing that small at the back, so we're not squeezing the bottom, we're not squeezing the thighs, we're just literally tilting the pelvis, okay, towards you, bringing it back. And then on the next one, as we exhale, we're going to slowly come up into our bridge. Okay, so the idea here is that you've got a nice straight line from your knees running all the way down to your shoulders. Your shoulders remain in contact with the floor. Now, don't worry if you can't get as high up. That's absolutely fine. Okay, inhale, and then slowly, like our roll down, we're going to place one block down of our spine all the way back. Excellent. We're going to do 3 more. So inhale, exhale, bringing it up. Go with your own breath. Go at your own pace. Okay, and go as far as it feels comfortable for you. Inhale at the top, exhale to lower. Inhale, exhale. Try to make it a bit more of a fluid motion. Okay, inhale at the top, exhale down. One building block at a time as we come back in. Okay, inhale, exhale up. Keeping that core at that 30% all the way through these movements. Inhale, exhale. We're going to do one more. This time we're going to hold it at the top. So inhale, exhale, bringing it up. I just want you to let your breath go back to normal, in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Taking a breath. And then exhale and slowly bringing it back down one block at a time. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to go, we're staying in this position. Reassess yourself if you need to as your core engaged. Hips are level, feet are hip width apart. Inhale, we're going to exhale. We're going to bring that right foot up to our toe. And then we're going to bring it up, floating the leg so that the knee is directly above the hip. And we've got that nice tabletop position. Inhale to lower. We're just going to tap. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale, making sure, if you need feedback, place your hands on your hip bones, making sure that your pelvis is staying stable. Excellent. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale to lower and exhale to lift. Excellent. Bring it back down, reset. Moving on to the left side. So inhale, exhale. Check that your pelvis is stable before you lift that toe, so the toe stays in contact. We're happy that the pelvis and the core is strong. And then we're going to float it up to that tabletop position. Tap down, exhale up. Core remains engaged throughout the movement. We just use our breath. Nice and controlled, so we're not rushing it. Two more. Excellent, okay. So, we did this one not last week, the week before. Forgot it was bank holiday last week. Single leg kick, okay? So, level 1 is keeping your head, neck and shoulders obviously on the floor, okay? Bringing both legs up into tabletop to engage. Exhale to lift, bringing them here. Level 1, you're going to bring the right leg in and you're going to stretch out the left. Then we're going to switch, bring them back to tabletop and then switch sides, okay? You don't want your leg all the way down to the floor, so it's just going to stay up, higher the better, okay? If you want to challenge yourself, if you found this easy last time, I want you to inhale, exhale, I want you to curl up, okay? So you're in this nice position, the shoulders are just off and we're just looking at the legs, okay? Remain in tabletop, core stays engaged. We're going to
and push one leg out as we hug the other one in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That's it. So use the level that feels comfortable. If it's too much to be in this kind of crunch position, go back to your head and shoulders on the floor. One more on each side. And then bring both knees in, and then just give it a little bit of a rock side to side, resting your head and shoulders back down, loosening off any tension that may be in the lower back. Place your feet down on the floor, arms out wide to the side. We're going to send our head in one direction and our knees in the other. You want to be able to keep your shoulders on the floor, so don't worry if your knees don't hit the floor. Inhale to center, exhale over. Inhale and exhale. Keep those feet together so the top foot comes off the floor. Loosening off those hips. Excellent, okay. If you've got your belt, if you need it, or scarf or tie or whatever, we're going to go into our hamstring stretch now. So you can just place the right foot in, okay? And then from here, we're just going to lengthen that leg. So I want you to push through, lengthen it nice and long. And then that bottom foot, I want you to slide the heel out, okay? Keeping this leg, and you should feel a nice deep stretch going down the back of the thigh. Just hold it here. If you don't have a scarf or anything, you can just hold it just behind the leg, but make sure that leg is as straight as you can get it. Okay, don't worry if your leg's not up as far as mine, if it's down here. As long as you're feeling that stretch down here, that's absolutely fine, and as long as the leg is straight. And the two things that are important. Slowly switch. So we're going to bring this leg in, slide this one back up, switch it over. Place the right foot down, lengthen the left leg, and then bring that leg towards you till you've got that nice stretch, making sure that leg's nice and locked, and then sliding the bottom leg out in front of you and just trying to deepen that stretch. Excellent. Bringing it in, and then just releasing and placing that somewhere else. Okay, so we're going to roll onto our sides now. So ideally, I want if you've got the room, arms straight out in front. I'm a little bit cramped here, so I'm just going to bend my arm so it's comfortable. If it's not comfortable to have your shoulder like in this position, you can always rest your head on a small cushion so that we are protecting that spine, and then you can just have your arm out in front. I want your knees bent, and I want your feet together, and I want you to look down your bottom, and I want your heels on the floor, down the back, okay, so that they're in line with your bottom. Knees are together at the front. I want you to make sure that your hips are stacked, one on top of the other. Okay, so just adjust your position until you are there. Core is engaged to 30%. Okay, you can either place your hand here on your hip bone for feedback, or you can place your hand down on the floor for balance, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to take a breath in, and then we're going to exhale, and I want you to squeeze your heels together, lifting that top knee, leaving the bottom one on the floor, so the heels remain squeezed together, and you should feel this in the top cheek of your bottom. What you don't want is a small movement, so the feedback reason is so that you're not rocking back, okay? So the hips stay stacked all the way. As soon as you feel the rock, you're going too far, okay? Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. So it's a small movement, squeezing the heels together, squeezing the bottom. 2 more. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to stay lying on this side. We'll come to the other side later. Okay, I just want you to leave that bottom leg there and to lengthen that top leg. Okay, I want you to flex your foot. Okay, so as if you're standing and your foot, you're pushing through the heel. Again, here for balance. And I want you to keep the foot at hip height. Okay, inhale, we're going to exhale, we're going to bring that leg forward. So this is a single leg kick to the front. Then we're going to point the toes, okay, and bring it back. Flex and front. Point and bringing it back. Now, make sure that we're not letting that leg drop, okay? So I don't want, when you come to the front, I don't want it skimming that leg. I want it still up here. So just go as far forward as you can. 2 more. Bring it forward to point, bring it back. 1 more, flex. Forward with that top leg. Point the toes and swing it back. Excellent. Okay, leave that top leg here. Okay, and we're just going to tap it down. Keep the toe pointed. Tap and back. Tap and back. That's it. Keep that core engaged. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Excellent. We're going to do 2 more. We're going to hold it here and we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Just hug it, and if you need to, just give that glute a little bit of encouragement. All right, we're going to come over. We are going to switch sides. Okay? So switching sides. So coming down, using your cushion or using your arm, whichever one feels more comfortable for you. Feet together, knees bent. Okay, making sure that those heels are in line. You want your hips stacked, knees stacked, heels stacked, cores engaged, hand either here for balance or on the top. We're going to squeeze those heels together and we're going to raise that top knee. Squeezing our bottom, inhale, exhale. That's it, small movements. So really focusing here on working the bottom muscles basically. One more. Excellent, and bringing it down. Leaving that bottom legs nice and straight. Nice and bent. We're going to straighten that top leg. We're going to flex the foot, and you want to keep that leg at hip height. So we're not dropping it down, keeping it up. We're going to take a breath in, and then we're going to exhale and swing it forward. Point the toes, inhale, bringing it back. Exhale, flex, forward. Excellent. Keep that core engaged. So you'll feel this in your hamstring, in your glutes. See, this is my weak side, so I can tell that foot's dropping, so I need to make sure. Keeping it in line. To make it a bit easier, just don't bring it as far forward. Make it a smaller range of movement, so just there is fine, and bringing it back. If that's what you need to work with, that's fine. It does come down to flexibility, a bit in range of motion. So if your hamstrings are tight, you won't be able to get very far forward.
Okay, bringing it back here, and we're going to tap down, tap and lift. One more. Excellent. Hover it here and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Excellent. Just bring it in to the front and just rub it well. Give it a pat where it's been working quite hard. Okay, we're going to come into our all fours position, so come up. Okay, and we're going to go into our cat-cow here, all right? So 4-point kneeling, knees directly underneath hips, feet hidden behind your legs. You want your hands directly underneath your elbows and shoulders. And then we're going to take a breath in. Exhale, we're going to arch up. So you're going to tuck that bottom in, drop the head and arch the spine. Arms and legs not moving. Inhale. Bringing it forward, dropping your tummy to the floor. Exhale, arching it back up, so tucking that bottom in, dropping the head. Inhale, keeping those legs nice and still and keeping those arms nice and long. Inhale up. We're going to go one more each way. So exhale. And inhale. And then back to neutral. Turn the toes in together, turn the knees out. We're going to sit back down. Okay, as far as you can go. Arms out straight. And I want you to take in 5 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And one more. Inhale and exhale. And I want you to slowly from this position, bring your hands closer and then slowly roll up. So bottom down, then you think of that spine as your building blocks. Slowly, one at a time. Shoulders come back into place before our head lifts. Come back into a seated position. Either legs crossed or legs out straight. Hope everybody enjoyed that today. So always make sure that we finish with a good posture, so sitting nice and tall so we're not slouching into it. Be aware of where felt tight today. Was it your hamstrings, the back of your thighs? Do we need to do more stretching? If there's any other exercises that you would like me to put in or any ideas or focus areas, comment below. Don't forget you can watch us on YouTube as well. So if you missed a day, don't worry, you can catch us up at a later date. Subscribe to the Active Newcastle channel for notifications if sessions are on and once they're uploaded. And hopefully we'll see you for another session soon. Tomorrow we've got Stay In and Workout with Matty at 10 o'clock. So come and join us for that as well. Okay.